The Path to True Happiness, Aristotle. Welcome back. Aristotle once boldly stated, "Happiness is the highest good." But what does this mean? Why would happiness, above all else, hold such a lofty position in our lives? Aristotle didn't see happiness as a fleeting emotion, a mere moment of joy or pleasure. For him, happiness was something deeper, something enduring. He called it eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or well-being. It's not just about feeling good in the moment, but about living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and virtue. But how does one achieve this kind of happiness? Imagine your life as a garden. The soil is your character, the seeds are your actions, and the fruits are your happiness. A well-tended garden doesn't spring up overnight. It requires care, attention, and, most importantly, the right choices. Aristotle believed that true happiness is cultivated through virtuous living. It's about making choices that align with our highest nature, our rational and moral selves. But why virtue? Why not just pursue pleasure or wealth? Think about it. Pleasure and wealth are often seen as paths to happiness. But are they? If you chase only pleasure, you might find yourself trapped in a cycle of short-lived highs, always needing more to feel satisfied. Wealth might provide comfort, but can it truly fulfill the deeper longings of the soul? Aristotle argued that happiness comes from living in accordance with reason, by striving to be the best version of ourselves. Virtue, then, becomes the path to happiness, not just an end in itself. Consider this. What brings you true satisfaction? Is it the accumulation of material goods, or is it the sense of accomplishment that comes from doing something meaningful? Aristotle saw happiness as the result of living a life in harmony with our highest potential. This means developing our virtues, courage, temperance, wisdom, and justice, and using them to contribute to the greater good. It's not just about self-interest, but about finding our place in the larger human community. But how do we cultivate these virtues? How do we begin to align our lives with this idea of happiness as the highest good? Aristotle believed that virtues are developed through practice. Just as a musician becomes skilled through hours of practice, we become virtuous by consistently making choices that reflect our best selves. It's about building habits that lead us closer to that state of eudaimonia, where our actions, thoughts, and desires are in harmony. What does this look like in everyday life? How can we apply Aristotle's philosophy to our modern world? Start by examining your daily choices. Are they leading you toward a life of purpose and meaning, or are they distractions that pull you away from your true potential? Aristotle's wisdom suggests that every decision, no matter how small, is an opportunity to cultivate happiness. For instance, think about your relationships. Are you nurturing them with kindness and understanding, or are you allowing them to be poisoned by anger and resentment? Consider your work. Are you pursuing it with diligence and integrity, or are you just going through the motions, waiting for the weekend? Each of these choices contributes to your overall sense of happiness, your sense of flourishing. In conclusion, Aristotle's idea that happiness is the highest good challenges us to rethink our approach to life. It's about cultivating a life of virtue, purpose, and meaning. Happiness in this sense is not just a feeling, but a state of being, the ultimate goal that gives our lives direction and fulfillment. So, as you go about your day, ask yourself, are my choices leading me toward true happiness? Am I living in a way that reflects my highest potential? Thank you for joining me. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, let's continue to strive for that highest good, true happiness together.